5 things you can do right now with the USDT sitting in your wallet that can actually turn it from a completely idle asset into something that is generating income for you every single hour of every single day. And here's the thing, none of this actually requires you to trade, none of this requires you to watch charts, and none of them puts your principal at risk the way that volatile coins actually do. Okay, I am Kizzy Collins and welcome back to the channel. So today we're actually going to be breaking down the 5 smartest ways to earn from your USDT in 2026, ranked from the simplest to the most strategic. So you do want to stay until number 5 because that one genuinely surprised me when I ran the numbers. Okay, first of all, let's quickly look at why this matters right now. Before we actually get into the 5 ways, let me just give you a 30-second context because this actually makes everything else make more sense, okay, to you. Stablecoin market just crossed $390 billion in April 2026. So USDT alone accounts for nearly 60% of that, about $190 billion, and that actually is staggering amount. But here's the part that should actually make every USDT holder sit up straight. The vast majority of that USDT is sitting completely idle, not working for anyone, just sitting there losing value to inflation every single day. So in 2026, that's no longer necessary. They actually structure saving products that actually lets your USDT in real yield daily without any of the complexity that used to come with the fee, and that's exactly what we're actually covering in today's video. So the way number 1, and this is where I do tell every single beginner to start, CoinEx flexible saving. Here's what this product actually does. You need to deposit your USDT into the flexible saving product on CoinEx, and CoinEx actually uses that liquidity in its internal lending ecosystem, funding margin traders and crypto loans, and in return it actually passes a share of that interest back to you as APY. Okay, so right now CoinEx is offering around 13% APY on USDT for flexible saving. So when you actually put that in context, Binance is 3% on the same asset, so that is more than 4 times the return of the same stable coin on the same type of product. Okay, now here is a part that actually makes this generally beginner friendly. The word flexible is not just marketing, it actually means your funds are never locked up. You get to withdraw your USDT instantly, no waiting period, no penalties, no bureaucracy, and your money is always available to you. Okay, and the interest actually accrues every single hour, and it actually gets credited to your account daily at midnight UTC. So you literally wake up every morning with more USDT than you had when you went to sleep. Okay, so to actually get started, you want to head over to CoinEx via the link in this description. Then you also want to navigate to the in section, okay, and you want to select some flexible saving, and you want to find the USDT, then click on subscribe. Okay, then you want to go ahead and enter the amount and confirm, and that's it. And under 3 minutes from 0, you want to start earning. Okay, so my referral link is in the description of this video. New users can get up to $100 in the platform bonuses when signing up through my link. Okay, so the way number 2 is actually CoinEx fixed savings. So this is step up from flexible. For anyone who actually has USDT, they know they won't be needing for a defined period. So the trade-off is actually straightforward. You get to commit your USDT for a fixed term. Typically options actually range from 7 days up to 90 days, and in exchange you actually get a higher locked-in APY than the flexible product offers. So the rate is actually set at the time you subscribe, so you know exactly what you will earn. Okay, before you actually confirm that. And why this actually matters, this is because predictability is powerful. When you actually know you are going to earn a specific amount over a specific period, you can actually plan around it, and it actually works like a crypto crypto certificate of deposit. Same principle as a bank can fix them saving accounts, but with significantly better rate. Okay, one important thing you need to know is CoinEx fixed savings actually does support early redemption, but if you actually redeem before the term ends, you won't earn any interest. You only get your principal returned back to you. So you only want to put into fixed savings what you genuinely won't be needing until it actually matures. So my recommendation is actually simple. You want to actually split your USDT between flexible and fixed. You want to actually keep a portion you might need in flexible, for instance, and move the portion you are committed to holding into fixed for a higher yield. Okay, all right, so the way number 3 is staking, and this one is for those of you who actually hold assets beyond USDT, like Ethereum, Solana, or BNB. So staking actually means locking up a proof of stake cryptocurrency to help validate some transaction on its network, and any rewards in return dominated in that same asset. So on CoinEx, staking is available for several major assets directly within the in section. So Ethereum staking currently hits around 2.75% APY, and other assets actually varies. Okay, so the key advantage here is that you are actually earning hits on assets we're already planning to hold long term. So staking actually transform a static hold into a productive one without any additional risk exposure. So this isn't as high hit as the USDT saving product we already covered, but it's essentially free money on assets you already own, which is really great. Okay, the way number 4 is less of a product and more of a strategy, and it's one that most people completely overlook: compound reinvestment. And here's how it actually works with CoinEx and flexible savings specifically. So every day at midnight UTC, the interest you actually earn gets credited to your account and automatically added to your principal. So that actually means that the following day your earning interest is on a slightly larger balance. Okay, so over time this compounds meaningfully. Let me just give you a real example. So if you actually deposit 1000 USDT into CoinEx flexible saving at 13% APY, after 1 year you have actually earned approximately 130 USDT in your interest, but because of the daily compounding, your actual return is slightly higher than a simple calculation would suggest. Okay, so the strategy here is very simple. You don't want to touch the interest, you want to let it compound. The longer you actually leave it, the more powerful the compounding effect becomes. So this is what actually separates people who get okay returns from people who actually get some genuinely great returns on the same product. So the way number 5, this is the one I told you to stay for, which is strategic USDT allocation. This is about treating your USDT like a portfolio rather than a single asset. And here is the concept. Not all USDT has the same time horizon. Some you might need in the next week, some you won't touch for 3 months, and some you might generally hold long term as some idle capital. So smart USDT holders in 2026 are actually allocating across multiple buckets. Immediate access USDT goes into flexible savings, earning 13% while staying liquid, and the medium term USDT, which is 30 to 90 days horizon, goes into fixed savings for higher locked-in rates, and any USDT they are converting into other assets for longer term hold, get position in staking and other in products. So the results, every single USDT in your portfolio is actually working at maximum efficiency for its specific time horizon. Nothing actually sits idle, and nothing is wasted. So this is actually the strategy that actually separates passive crypto holders from people who are actually building wealth systematically with their stablecoin in 2026. So they actually have your 5 smart ways. Okay, so if you actually found this video helpful, please make sure you do like the video. It actually helps you to push this content to more people, and you do want to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification button, and I'm going to see you in the next video.